I'm Dr. Rajani, and I just did a live stream with demonstration on how to use an RF device under the eye. I talk about facial fat pads, skin tightening, what causes an under eye bag, and go through the whole solution. And I'm showing some before and afters that you can get from an at-home device as well. So I did the live stream. I'll take you to the clip from that now so you know exactly a method for at-home eye tightening when you want to step up your skincare. And I answer a few questions from the Q&A as well. A lot of people ask about is how to use RF radio frequency underneath the eyes. The eye area is very delicate. So people ask, hey, I don't want to harm my own facial fat. What do I do? If you get too much heating, of course, the fat pads then are at risk. I'm going to show you a demonstration using the RF device, the NUA one under the eyes. You guys can now see someone using one device, which is the NUA device. And this person is then turning the device on, put the gel on the device, and is using circular motions. This is bipolar radio frequency. And then now you see it turn green. That just means you're up near the hotter temperatures of the limit. As the skin tightens below the eye, so will the eye improve. You could do right under the eyes, but I always recommend for 2 to 3 or 4 weeks, just do the anterior cheek and the high cheek. The under eye gets better. Let's go to the next video here, which is the forehead, because you don't want to Botox the forehead if you can avoid it. Botox what? Slows muscle movement down. And when you slow muscle movement down, what happens? You get a droop because this frontalis muscle lifts. When we lose lift because the Botox slows the movement, we get droop. So the least Botox anyone uses in the forehead, the better. You might say, well, Rajani, we just go to fillers. The problem with fillers is that the arteries here communicate with the veins, and there's a risk of blindness, number one. And number two, necrosis, because it's a common area. There's a couple of vessels up here, your supraocular, supratrochlear. And if you occlude one of those or their arteries surrounding them, the branches, then you get death of skin tissue, put it that way. So fillers aren't great. Even flash fillers carry the risk. There's even cases of Botox blindness, and it's thought to be from the skin, from when the needle goes in, there's a little tag of skin and that goes and causes blindness. So way better to do devices on the forehead. And the beautiful thing is with skincare and devices today, you don't need to Botox the forehead. So this is the forehead. If everyone that was going to get Botox or toxin did this for the forehead instead, they'd be much better served because as you tighten skin, what happens? The brow lifts. You can see circular motions. So they already turn green. And that's the target temperature. Again, it doesn't have to be green all the time. That's again to save your facial fat. But you want to have one that has that shut off. What's going to work really good before it is going to be red light. Red light's going to work amazing with it. Why? That's going to supercharge your mitochondria. I know people love their before and after, so we're going to show them. This is a phenomenal result for an at-home device, no fillers, no toxin, and that is at 4 weeks. Here's an example. This is 12 weeks. For a home device, you're not going to get the Cinderella effect at 4 weeks like this. So there you go. Let's show you one more before and after. We're going right to your questions. So that's the most important part of these. Just like when I lecture, I do a lot of Q&A, live audience, because that's what they want. Now, here is another before and after. And again, this is 4 weeks. So there you go. So that gives you a result. You can just see a tightening of the jowl. You can just see, look at the fine lines down by the edge of the mouth. There is fine lines. Look on the after picture. So I'm going to remove those. I can always come back, but I wanted you to show those. Let's go to some Q&A because that's important. When can you use home devices after Sculptra injections? What a great question. Let me tell you about Sculptra. Always go by your doctor's advice. What do I tell my Sculptra patients? I like them to wait a week to 10 days after Sculptra before doing RF. And again, Sculptra is the least bruising injectable I use. Why? Has the low G prime. It goes in as a water. So I don't get bruising. But if you have a lot of side effects or bruising from your Sculptra, wait longer before your RF. And again, you better go with something like NUA or something with a built-in fat protector like NUA. Wendy in Australia, I love my NUA Plus. Use it 5 times a week. My skin looks so good, almost 58. Good, awesome, Wendy. You see that? and it's part of a skincare routine. Understand this. It's not about having everything or buying more. It's about knowing what you have and how to use it. It's why if you go to my Nua playlist on my channel, I go through a ton of things. So knowing how to use what you have. But yeah, Nua has been incredible for me too. Can Nua get rid of under eye fat pads? No. Nua, if you want to get rid of under eye fat pads, go for RF microneedling because it's hotter. Nua has built-in safety. I want my fat. As you get older, you want more of your fat. Buccal fat supports this area here. So that's why we developed the lip and mouth for your gums, for your teeth, for your whitening. But Nua works with all of that. So just to understand, it's not going to get rid of your fat pads. We're trying to keep your fat, your bone, and your muscle. What's the difference in your two cordless Nuas? I believe one is white. A lot of people like the white. It's kind of cool to have something different. They're the same. I was shocked because I travel, I want cordless. They have the same function. So just whether you want a cord or not. And because I use it like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, I get a couple of weeks out of that for what I do. I have my Nua for 2 months. This is Barbara. I see a difference in the middle of my neck where I do not use it. This is right here. Yeah. And so you see a difference where you don't use it. Can I start using it there as well? So what you do, very simple, Barbara. Yes, I know. People, where you don't use your Nua, you see where your age comes. That's a nice thing to see in a sense, but move your skin to the side, treat it away from the thyroid. That's what we do in clinics with RF and RF microneedling. So move the skin aside from the thyroid and then treat it. That's the safest way. How close to the under eye can you get? Great question, Vivian. So you saw her. So do that. Do the under eye, the cheek area first. Do that for a couple weeks, and you'll find your under eye gets better. And it's because your fat's getting better, your skin's getting better. And what we learned from cheek filler studies, when we filled the cheek out here, the under eye got way better. That was the Voluma studies. Allergan Voluma. I was involved in that launch, and the under eye got better when we didn't even address the under eye. That's the number one thing. If you never address your under eye and your under eye skin gets better, you win. If you have to address it, fillers, boosters, or anything you put under the eye, you're seeing the huge side effects with PDGF now. So I'd rather put nothing under your eye except all the things I tell you about with skincare and everything, PRF, platelet-rich fibrin, because it's all natural. It's all you. What's the difference between this device and the LED mask? Should I use both? Absolutely both. My generation, we need everything. Okay. We're older. The question is really comes down to, does red light complement RF? 100%. And gua sha. So like red light supercharges your mitochondria, makes everything ready to build your collagen, elastin that comes from what? Your fibroblasts. Those are the cells that produce those proteins in your face. So your red light, use it before, and then you use your RF. That's an ultimate combination. Wonderful. This is a great question. If I can afford one device, which is the best, please? Problem areas are neck, welcome to the club. Jowls, welcome to the club. Upper lids, don't have that problem yet, but thank you. Okay, there you go. But you wake up one day and you just have them. Okay, so which device is the best? So what you just talked about, look at this common question. So you talked about jowls, upper lids, and neck. Easy answer there is an LED mask. Obviously, your skincare and everything is part of your routine. It's about money, it's about expectations. But if you're talking upper lids and jowls, you need a full face type of treatment. Start with an LED mask. How often do you use a new device? I'm going to be frank. For me, I'll twice a week. I'll be sitting, and I only use it for 3-4 minutes at a time. I'll just sit and I got to multitask, of which I'm going to get a drink of coffee right now. I have a whole video on the zones that you use it. It takes about 22 to 24 minutes to do, 4 minutes a zone. Here's the thing. Call this $400. It's peanuts. The reason is the more vibrant, the better you look, the more money you make. I'm just making a video for someone on that asked me to. A, you make more money. B, your social life's better. C, you walk in with more confidence. When you have more confidence, you do better at everything you do. And it avoids you from getting surgery if you maintain your skin. Home devices and your home routine saves you tens of thousands of dollars. So if you have questions, and I have a whole playlist on Nua, and we'll share a lot more. So thanks for watching this clip from the live stream. Make it an amazing day. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.